Hello and welcome to episode 377 of the Flight Sim Historian. For this episode we are going to be taking a short look at the North American B-25 Mitchell. The B-25 is an American twin-engine medium bomber built by the North American Aviation Company, first flown on the 19th of August of 1941. The last example was retired from military service in 1979 in the Indonesian Air Force. 9,816 B-25s were produced, and they served in the Second World War, particularly in the Pacific Theater, as well as in North Africa and Europe. Post-World War II, they were also used during the Indonesian National Revolution and the Nigerian Civil War. In Soviet service, they were given the NATO reporting name of Bank. Variants included the B-25A, B, C, D, G, H, and J, as well as the trainer variants of the D, C, G, J, K, L, M, and N, and the Navy and Marine Corps PBJ-1, C, D, G, H, and J. Military operators included Australia, Brazil, the People's Republic of China, Chile, Cuba, the Soviet Union, the United States, and Venezuela, among others. They can be found on museum display in Australia, Brazil, Canada, Ecuador, Indonesia, Mexico, the Netherlands, Papua New Guinea, Russia, Spain, the UK, and Venezuela, as well as the U.S. states of South Carolina, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, Connecticut, South Dakota, Arizona, Florida, Louisiana, Hawaii, Oregon, Nebraska, Kansas, California, Utah, Indiana, and Georgia. Many are also in airworthy condition in Austria, Canada, the Netherlands, and the U.S. states of New York, Washington, Michigan, Texas, Wisconsin, Florida, Montana, Arizona, Ohio, California, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Nevada, Delaware, Oregon, Oklahoma, and Alabama. The B-25 is powered by a pair of Wright R2600 twin Cyclone 14-cylinder radial piston engines with power outputs of 1,700 horsepower each. The aircraft can reach a maximum speed of 272 miles per hour or 236 knots. It has a range of up to 1,350 miles and a service ceiling of 24,200 feet. The B-25 could carry 3,000 pounds of bombs internally and was armed with anywhere from 12 to 18 machine guns, both defensive and offensive. Some versions could also mount a 75mm cannon in the nose. B-25s can be seen in the movies 30 Seconds Over Tokyo from 1944, Hanover Street in 1979, Forever Young in 1992, In Harm's Way in 1965, Pearl Harbor in 2001, and both the 1970 and 2019 versions of Catch-22. Perhaps the most famous exploit of the B-25 Mitchell is the April 1942 bombing of Tokyo by Jimmy Doolittle with 16 B-25s that took off from the USS Hornet aircraft carrier and bombed Tokyo and some other cities before landing or making crash landings in China and or Russia. I believe there was one in Russia. So for the video today, we are in X-Plane 11 and we are flying the payware B-25 Mitchell from Khamsin Studios. So without further ado, let's get inside the cockpit. And start this thing rolling. flaps are down, gears down. Well, folks, that concludes episode number 377 of the Flight Sim Historian, featuring the North American B-25 Mitchell.